what's up? It's Sean Baligian.
What up? This is Joyce Bell here on the Baligian and Bell Show.
Make sure you check us out on the Woodward Sports Network.
What's the word? Welcome to the Bell. Ooh, I fumbled that one out the gate. Welcome to the
nice
Bell.
Start, man. You're gonna make us all look bad.
Hey, Adam, put the camera on me. What up, though? Welcome to the Baligian and Bell Show on this beautiful Thursday morning with a lot of rain, and it's just, don't wear your Uggs outside today, ladies. Keep them inside. What's up? We have my guy Corey coming in with the fumble, but I'm here to pick it up.
Hey, let me try that.
Yeah. What is he doing over here?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? I'm filling in for Sean Baligian. Unfortunately, everybody knows the news already. We talked about this on the show. His father, unfortunately, passed away. So our thoughts and prayers are with the whole Baligian family at this time. Love filling in, but not on this type of occasion.
Yeah, for sure. He actually reached out last night, and he said that the doctors didn't think his father was going to make it through the night. I didn't get back word from him, but just, prayers are with him. I told him that if you need anything, I'm right here. He texted back, thank you, and just sad to see, but it's something that they've been preparing for, and his father is a true fighter. He said his father was stubborn. He won't want to go, but he said he was glad to be able to spend some extra time with them. And so prayers goes out to you, Sean, and your family. We miss you, and see you soon. You need anything, we're always here.
Most definitely.
It's always sad, but at least you got to say goodbye, and if there's any consolation, that's what he was able to do. Because two people close to me died in different ways. I was not able to say goodbye to my grandmother. She just died suddenly. But then my aunt, we got to talk, and it was sad, but you got to have some type of closure. So it's a little bit better, but it's still a sad occasion.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. My grandmother, when she passed away in 2015, it was just like, hey, how you doing on Monday? Then Tuesday, It's like, wait, what? She just had a cold. What's going on?
Right.
So yeah, it's one of those unfortunate things, but we're gonna hold the fort down for you, and we're gonna
gladly
get into some sports. And before we just went on the air, breaking news right out the NBA, Brooklyn Nets forward LaMarcus Aldridge announced his retirement from the NBA.
Brother, it was too much celebration from you when the news came down.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. When I first read it, I laughed out loud because I thought Andre Drummond sent him into retirement off of that last game. But then after I read the reports of why he retired. He's retired because he played last game with an irregular heartbeat. He went to go get checked out, and he just said this time he's going to just step away from the game and focus on his health and his family. Mm-hmm. Adam, do you have the full quote ready to go? And there it is. Everybody can go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna read it out for you. He says, "Today I write this letter with a heavy heart. My last game I played while dealing with an irregular heartbeat. Later on that night, my rhythm got even worse, which really worried me even more. The next morning, I told the team what was going on, and they were great getting me to the hospital and getting me checked out. Though I'm better now, what I felt with my heart that night was still one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. With that being said, I've made the difficult decision to retire from the NBA. For 15 years, I put basketball first, and now it's time to put my health and family first. I'm thankful for everything this game has given me, the great memories, including all the ups and downs, and the friendships I've made and will keep me forever. I thank Portland for drafting a skinny Texas kid and giving him a chance. The city of Portland has given me some unforgettable years. They will always remain in my heart, and I want to thank the Spurs for letting me into the family and giving me fun 5 years. Last but not least, I want to thank Brooklyn. You wanted me for me, in a game that's changing so much, in a game You asked me to come and just do what I do, which is good to hear. I'm sorry it didn't get to last that long, but I've definitely had fun being a part of this special group. You never know when something will come to an end, so make sure you enjoy it every day. I can truly say I did just that.
Now, you were celebrating not the heart thing,
Yeah,
but
not
the
the
fact
heartbeat.
You know, Brooklyn can still win the NBA title without him.
Oh, they can still. I mean, they didn't need LaMarcus Aldridge or Blake Griffin to win the NBA title.
Well, they didn't need Blake Griffin. How about that?
They didn't need Blake Griffin.
You said they what? They didn't need Blake Griffin?
No, to win an NBA title. Go ahead, look all hurt. Y'all must be friends or something.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I know,
Let's
but you had that
ask
look like.
He had to look like what you mean.
Right.
Is he not playing better now?
He's playing better.
Better, but it's not
It's not
difference making better.
It doesn't have to be. It just has to be more depth. That's all. He brought more depth.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Like I said, even with him or without him, I think that Brooklyn was still poised to win an NBA title. Just having him is just really an insurance policy.
No.
So you think he's going to be a key contributor?
No, they're not going to win it.
Oh, they're not going to win the title?
No.
Oh, I don't think they're going to win the title either. So, okay, we're on the same page there.
But they still could.
They still could. I'm saying in order to win it, I don't think having him would have made a difference.
And
I personally think that it's the Lakers.
My boy Sean. I'm going to look through the crystal glass here.
Look through the crystal glass.
Is that vodka?
Yeah. Drink it every morning.
For me, if we're going to talk about NBA favorites, I think it still lands with the champions, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, it does.
In the addition of, I got killed for this on the morning show because I said that the addition of Andre Drummond allows LeBron James and Anthony Davis to go back to their natural positions because Anthony Davis plays center, but he's not a center. He's a power forward. LeBron James can play power forward, but he's really a small forward. So you allow those guys to go back to their natural positions, do what they do, and then Drummond can just come in and be that help side defender, rim protector, catch those rebounds. Those guys have less work to do.
Good defense.
Yeah, play good defense.
Good defense. He's getting rebounds. He's protecting the rim. Yeah, it was a great addition. And people don't understand how great that addition was.
And what made me kind of so mad about it was last year they had JaVale McGee at center and they had Dwight Howard at center while they allowed, Anthony Davis to go ahead and slide back to that natural role. You mean to tell me that you're trying to say Andre Drummond can't be better than JaVale McGee or Dwight Howard at this stage?
He can in every city except this one. People here in Detroit look at Andre Drummond as garbage.
Which he's not.
Which he's not. But what allows LeBron and AD to do, they can miss shots and know they're going to get a second shot. Because Andre Drummond probably naturally would just pass it back to them instead of putting the garbage back up. So they're going to get second opportunities. So that is a big take for the Lakers. And I think everybody realizes that except people that live in Detroit.
I mean, I realize that I think that Andre Drummond got a bad rap here just simply off the fact that they had a horrible point guard in Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson was a terrible point guard. I mean, granted he did get the
came in here last night.
Granted he did come in here last night and then answered that call and down the Pistons. So you gotta tip your cap to him in that aspect. But I think if they had better point guard play, he would have been able to do more. Because
one of the issues with Reggie Jackson is his teammates didn't like him, and I don't understand why.
I mean,
teammates didn't like him.
They just didn't like him. I mean, they weren't loving of him. They complained about him at times. They had some meetings where he was the subject of the meetings, and it wasn't a positive way. I think Reggie Jackson, more than anything, is just an odd guy. He's just different, and everybody didn't understand him, but it doesn't make you bad. It just makes you, you just step outside of Main Street, and that's what he was. I like the guy.
I wasn't a fan of him here.
Fan of the way he played?
The way he played.
Because was he too streaky and not consistent?
I just don't think that he was first off, he was definitely streaky, but I think he wasn't.
That's the only thing I didn't like.
I think he was a me first guy every time he got the ball. He would play out of the offense intentionally at times. Like he would just look off players. I mean, you have Andre Drummond down on the post. He was still just trying to drive and get some stupid basket up in the air. I felt
So what's Andre Drummond going to do with the ball in the post?
I mean, dump it off to him. Let him get an easy dunk, or get
That's
up.
what he's doing. He's creating penetration to draw Andre Drummond man off him to dish him the ball.
But he never did it though.
No. He did that a lot, actually. He did a lot of penetrating and alley-oop dunks to Andre Drummond.
I didn't see. Hey, I must have been watching something different because I seen him do it. I seen him do it every now and then, not as much as he should have. Maybe I was watching something different.
Well, you obviously think Andre Drummond is better than he actually is, so. But Andre Drummond cannot create his own shot.
Oh, no, most definitely.
But I do think Reggie Jackson enough times set him up. He would either shoot the little teardrop jumper in the lane, or he'd dump it off to Andre Drummond. I think he did that.
See what I saw from Reggie Jackson a lot of times was I saw him at the end of games when the Pistons were trying to come back. He would have teammates open and be able to get them in different positions. Not Andre Drummond, just different teammates, and he would just try to force the issue himself. He would turn
Was he the scorer? Who was the best scorer on the team at the time?
I think it was really null and void. They didn't really have a scorer on that, a legit scorer on that team.
So he was trying to be that person.
But the thing about it is, you still got to go ahead and play it. Still got to run that offense. You can't look guys off, and then when you're having a bad night, still trying to get shots up.
The only person I felt confident in their shot was Galladay. That was the one person I felt confident in their shot.
Yeah, but you have to understand one other thing is everybody in the NBA doesn't want to take that shot, and probably Reggie Jackson knew that, and those players knew that, so he took it upon himself. He took the shot.
Take the shot.
Everybody's not Chauncey Billups. Okay, I'm gonna take this shot, and I'm gonna do it free. Some dudes are like, oh my God, I don't want this ball. Psh. Throw it away.
Good job, Adam.
Hey,
take the shot.
Y'all like Reggie Jackson more than I do, but I'll let y'all.
No, I'm just saying everybody doesn't want to take that shot.
I like Andre more than I like Reggie, but like when Reggie's on, he's on. Like the thing I didn't like was his consistency, and that's what's going on with the almost at the line, but with the Pistons now, they're just not consistent, right? And they have a lot of young guys that they'll come in, they'll go 8 for 12, and then they'll come in another night and go 0 for 8.
Oh, I'm cool with that right now because they're still learning.
Exactly, but I'm saying in order for us to get better, these young guys are gonna have to become more consistent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and they're young. Like I love Isaiah Stewart. I love Killian Hayes. I love him. Sadiq Bey is making some clutch shots. He's making some clutch shots, and he's coming in too. Like so. I like to see where this team will be in a couple of years with a few more. I mean, Jeremy Grant is going to be Jeremy Grant. Josh Jackson is coming along great. We need to get probably one more guy in that's a great defensive player, and then a pure shooter. All right, we need a pure shooter, like a guy that can create his own shots. That's what we need. We're missing a few pieces, just a few.
Man, we could have had a pure shooter if that guy Stan Van Gundy would have took Devin Booker over Stanley Johnson, but that's neither here nor there.
I was 100% certain he was going to take Booker over Johnson because he fit everything that Stan Van Gundy wanted. Wanted a guy that could shoot the three, was athletic, and then he picked Stanley Johnson. And Stanley, man, came in talking all kinds of shit about how great he was and how he was going to burn it up here and.
He burnt it up, just not in the way you would like. He burnt it up all right. But man, last night, enough about them, the whole Pistons. Let's get into this WSN Fight Night. Did you guys catch that?
What's wrong with talking about the Pistons? I like the Pistons.
Nothing wrong with the Pistons.
I like the Pistons, man.
I love the Pistons.
We never talk about the Pistons enough.
It's because people don't care about the Pistons in this town. That's
people do care about the Pistons.
No, they don't. It's very few.
We saw winning more.
Very few.
Very few.
When you rank the teams in Detroit, Pistons are number 4.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that true, Adam? Adam dropped his head.
I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I know that basketball is probably 3rd or 4th on that list for sure. It's going to be football. I'd say Red Wings, honestly, and then Tigers, or vice versa. You could flip Red Wings and Tigers, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Atomic Dog knows.
Well, Well, we want to get into this WSN Fight Night, but after this break, we're behind on a break. But before we go, have I told you about Northwestern Tech? I have not told you about Northwestern Tech. So let me tell you about Northwestern Tech. Start a new career in the industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. The Baligian and Bell Show. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports, and I am here in downtown Fenton at Bridge Street Exchange. This place has so many amazing things for guys and ladies. This is the hidden spot that you got to come check out. I'm talking thorough good boots, best boots ever. They have barware. They got the Stormy Cromer hats. They got Carhartt hats, a huge Carhartt selection. They even got Snoop Dogg underwear. So go check them out, bridgestreetexchange.com, and use the code word WSN for 15% off.
Yeah. Welcome back. This is the Baligian and Bell Show. No fumble this time. And
you smooth now.
This is the Woodward Sports
You're probably
Network.
just nervous.
Yeah, just a little nervous. So this is the Woodward Sports Network, and I'm up here with Terry Foster and Joy Bell. And last night on Twitter, my phone was just going off, and off. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And apparently there was a WSN Fight Night.
Yeah.
I mean, our own Kennedy, she took the liberty of creating some interesting matchups and allowed the fans to vote.
And you know what? And you know what? And I'm kind of in and out of the WSN, like the text messages that's going back and forth because so many. So I have to scroll up and kind of work my way back down. And I saw Kennedy asking everyone for a selfie. I'm like, why is she asking people for a selfie? And I just didn't send that. Like, why do we have to send a selfie?
Yeah.
Adam, did you get your selfie sent in?
Hell no. I didn't send her shit, man. She went to my Facebook and stole it.
Yes.
See, I can't hit anybody. I can't hit anybody here.
Does he have a picture of everyone?
Yeah.
Does he have Lady James too? And
Everybody. Birmingham Roast.
She got the people.
She got everyone, but she only did the Woodward Sports people.
Yeah, so apparently some of the matchups, well, I'll go down the matchups one by one.
All right, and let's talk about these one by ones.
All right, so the first matchup, D-Mac versus Maz with hair.
What's the hair got to do with it?
Hey.
Oh, because he was younger.
He was younger.
Maz wasn't tough when he had hair either. As quiet as it's kept.
So who is Maz going up against?
D-Mac.
D-Mac.
I don't know. If Maz can sit on him, he might be able to like keep him down.
Yeah, but his legs are so short, he's not going to be able to sit on
No,
them.
that's the point though. When you're short, you have a low center of gravity.
I know, but he's not going to be able to get those little tiny legs up high enough to sit on D-Mac.
He can get underneath D-Mac, get him on the ground, and what's it called, like grappling.
So
what planet are you from? There is no way in hell that's going to happen.
Listen, man. Maz looked like he might have been in a mob, so he might.
Maz might put a hit out on D-Mac.
Okay. Maz could get somebody to beat your ass, but he's not going to beat your ass. That's all I'm saying.
So you saying so Terry, you saying you'll beat Maz?
Yes. I think everybody here would beat Maz. That's not competition, man.
You think Kennedy can beat Maz?
Yeah. You not met her? Yes, she can.
Okay.
All right, look, Terry.
I'll take that
so
back.
We talked about this about a week and a half ago on Baligian and Bell Show when you did your charity boxing match versus Rob Parker.
Yes.
Would you come out of retirement for a charity boxing match versus Maz?
Yes, I would.
We might have to bring that up.
But I'd feel bad about beating his ass because Maz has those little eyes and they get puppy dog like and they're sad and you look at him and say, "Damn, I don't want to hit this dude."
3 rounds. So all right. How many rounds you think it's gonna go?
Hold on, real Terry. So you telling the people you got them hands?
No, I don't have the hands. I could beat Maz. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm a
you said
pugilist.
so let me rephrase the question. You telling the people that Maz can catch these hands?
Yeah, he can catch these hands.
Okay. All right.
Several times. When you talking about a dude,
make sure we clip that.
Yeah, but if you're talking about a dude that's going to beat someone because you could climb on top of him, that's not much of a fighter to me.
All right, so
is this an MMA fight or is this a boxing?
This boxing. Let's do boxing.
Oh, it's boxing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
then I have D-Mac. Well, you in that MMA, you get in there, you get the get the grappling.
Kennedy wasn't specific when she said it. She said fight, so I'm just taking the liberty of saying,
All right, listen, we'll just say a street fight.
Street fight. There we go.
I got D-Mac.
Oh, I got D-Mac all day.
I got D-Mac in the street fight.
D-Mac has been trained at Crunk. D-Mac, I don't know if you guys knew this, fought in the NHL, so he's no slouch. He's going to beat some people's ass here. Even though I know this place has all these studs walking around who think they can kick everybody's ass.
Yeah, like Fish.
Right.
Fish, what's your question, Fish?
Well, Instagram people might be a little stupid because 19% of them pick Maz. It's 81-19 on Instagram stories over for D-Mac.
Okay, that's what it is.
How can D-Mac only get 81% against Maz?
I don't know. You got to talk to the people that voted.
People, what is wrong with you? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
D-Mac.
no wrong with people.
Well, D-Mac won 81. No, D-Mac won. I thought from what I'm reading.
I don't understand how it's only 81-19.
Yeah, he did, but it's 81%.
But the discrepancy, 19% gave it to Maz. So I don't know. Let's go to
that
that.
19% never saw the NHL game. That was probably it.
That's probably some kids that's supposed to be on the Zoom class that's on here voting.
Now let's go to the second matchup. This is a great one.
What?
Art versus Joik Bell.
Whoa.
Do you guys now? I'm just gonna start with the percentage on this one because I guess it's updated since. What do you think it is?
Well, I know it's not 100%. It
Not
should be.
not 100%, but it should be.
Are you on Instagram, Corey?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
All right, I'll go look it down on Twitter then.
98-2.
Nope.
Joik.
Nope.
I don't know, 90 to 10, 80.
77% Joik, 23% Art.
Oh, come on.
I mean, they gotta even it out. Like honestly, when I go in there and vote, if I see something that's like 90-something to 2%, I'm always gonna vote the 2% because I'm always go for the underdog. I always do that.
So-
But how many people voted though?
Let's see. Out of close to about 200 people.
Yeah, so
137 votes for Joik, 42 for Art.
All right, I have a question.
This is the thing. This is the thing, though. That's an IG post, but if they had to go to the betting post and you say, "Give me $1,000," are you going to put your money on Joik or Art? Then we'll get real votes.
That's
We'll
true.
get real votes then. We're not going to get real votes with just people out here playing. All right.
What would happen if you and Art got in a street fight?
See, he's got to remain humble, though.
But I got to remain humble. It will never happen. Like if it was like something that was organized and put together, and I have no legal issues afterwards.
Okay, so for you and Art specifically, let's do 3-round charity boxing match with the big gloves.
Bro, you said it wouldn't last 3 seconds. Come on, stop it. Man, quit disrespecting me on this show, man.
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just talking for the people.
And the people that's out here voting for Art in a boxing match against me, come on, stop it, bro. Stop it. Like, stop being disrespectful and stop looking at numbers and just voting for a guy because you just feel sorry.
A few seconds ago.
And Art is talking cad mess in the chat saying, someone sounds scared. Can't wait to say you tomorrow, Joikey.
Woo, a few minutes ago, this brother didn't care.
Look at this guy beat COVID. Now he think he can beat me. Relax. Relax. COVID almost just took you out of here. Now you want to come back and try to fight. Guys, sit down, Art. You already frail.
I mean, Art. All they
gotta do is throw some.
You know what?
All
You know what it was?
All I gotta throw some bread at him. All I gotta do is throw some bread at Art. He can't take gluten. I'll smack Art in the face with some.
Okay, so you know what it is, right? Art
Lee.
early on, Art did do some MMA lessons.
Corey, I was still talking.
I'm just saying, you know.
I was still talking though.
I thought you took a pause. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's about to be a fight night right here. It's about to be a fight morning.
Corey versus Joik.
There's so much disrespect in here, man, right now. So much that. You know, I love looking over here. Put it on.
Adam is an instigator with facials.
And then I love talking crap and then look over at Adam, and Adam is in there just with his head down laughing. I love it. I wish he was quicker with the cameras, though, but other than that, though.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's go to the next match. Stick versus Adam.
That's a good match. That's a good matchup. I would say Stick because he's longer. If it's a boxing match, he's longer, so he has a longer reach. If Adam will have to have that Mike Tyson type style to be able to get inside and get close and give him some body shots. But Adam, what do you think you'll do?
I think it'd be a pretty messy fight, actually. I think me and Stick would be a good watch.
See, I think Adam is a bulldog. He's got the weight. He'll be physical with Stick. And the reach won't matter.
Adam's a $170.
I'm not a $170.
$175.
You think I'm a $170?
Yeah, $175.
No, he's more than that.
You're $175.
I'm
Adam
190.
You 190?
Mm-hmm. I'm packing.
15 pounds off. Okay. And that's what your clothes on, all right?
No,
Yeah, what your clothes on?
butt ass naked.
That's what his clothes on. For sure. What your clothes on? That's so 185. So I'm off about 10 pounds. So I give you 185. And Sticks is about what? 6'3",
6'3", 230,
230.
220 maybe.
I
Oh
mean,
no,
he
Stick
still
dropped.
looks like a Stick,
No,
though.
Stick dropped.
He looks
I think
like
he's
you could bend him
205.
in half.
Stick drop weight.
Yeah, he's like 205 right now or 200.
Okay, yeah. So that'd be 10, 15 pound.
I think it'd be a good fight. Honestly, I'd pay to watch me and Stick fight. It'd be a good
You'll
one.
pay?
Yeah, I'd pay for it.
All right.
See, I think Adam is more of an ass, so he would end up beating Stick.
Yeah,
Stick
yeah.
is a nice, Stick doesn't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah,
Nah,
Adam
Stick's
is
a prick.
You're a jerk, Adam. I see the way you treat some of the people here. Just no integrity, like no character.
Well, okay, look. The thing is, right now, Adam is a little bit mad because he's doing his fasting, so he's acting. I guess you can say his asshole that you think he is right now. It's now increased.
Yeah,
you should have
it
seen
is.
him yesterday. It
Yeah,
was
I know.
bad.
Yeah, I see him. I saw him tell the guy, "You're annoying me right now. Get out of here. Get out of my face." I said,
Man,
Adam.
we got an office to run. We got to
I
make sure
said,
people are checked
Adam.
in line, man.
You don't think that attitude is going to be enough to get him through Stick?
Well, I mean, hey, Stick's sister is in the chat. She says Stick is 6'4", and have you ever seen Sam fight? He's not nice.
I have not seen him. Now,
Is that Kendra?
Yep.
Kendra de Laguna. I like that name. Laguna. What does that mean? What does Laguna mean?
No.
What does that mean,
don't
Kendra?
know.
What does Laguna mean?
Pretty sure.
have a
it's last
nice
name.
day.
Laguna.
Well, right
Laguna.
now.
Oh, you get it? Laguna. That's what it means. Laguna. So you fight Sam, you'll be a Laguna.
Doesn't
She
live in
said
San
it means
Diego?
lake.
I mean,
Well,
like-
it's near San Diego, Laguna
Oh,
Beach.
you see? So he basically saying that Stick would beat up Adam and throw him in a lake. Basically what she's saying.
Well, that's according to the Instagram poll. They agree with you. Right now, it is 57% Stick, 43% Adam.
That's pretty close.
That's like kind of close.
That's pretty close.
You know?
I think Stick wins that poll because he's more high profile around here than Adam.
Yeah. Adam's more behind the scenes.
Right, and plus people like Stick. It's hard not to like him.
No, I
Unless
don't
you're
like
Adam.
Stick
Yeah, I mean,
at all. Like, I don't like Stick at all. I don't like the way he smiles. I don't like how tall he is. I don't like the clothes he wears. I don't like his haircut. Damn. I don't like his hands. I don't like his nose. I don't like the way he smells.
What do you like?
How's he smell?
Huh?
How's he smell?
It's
What's
like
he smell
outside.
like? Oh.
Like
'Cause he doesn't
like
use
at,
cologne.
Like at, was it Zaga Island?
Oh Lord.
What about Zug Island?
Yeah, Zug Island, yeah.
Well, let's get into the next match.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Uh-oh.
I don't like his shoes. I'm just playing Stick, but I'm just serious.
That's the only thing I like about him is the shoes,
I'm
man. You
just
should check his
serious.
shoes out. They're pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Adam, Stick has a nice shoe game.
Kendra, I like you,
Especially
though.
the green sneakers.
Kendra, I like you. You're good people, Kendra.
Next up, we have Pilar versus Kennedy.
Ooh.
That one is that's an interesting matchup right there.
that's
So we had
a
to get the cat
no-brainer.
fight.
Pilar getting that ass kicked, man. First round KO.
I didn't hear what Adam said.
He
What-
said Pilar is getting that ass kicked first round KO
By who?
by Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Pilar versus Kennedy. That's the second fight. So
Hold up. This, because Pilar is so nice. Pilar is so
But
nice.
she looked
But
like
you
she
know-
got a sneaky mean
but
streak
you know what it
somewhere.
is, though?
Pilar wouldn't
It's the
fight.
nice ones you got to watch out for.
Yeah, but Pilar wouldn't fight a bag of bread.
Do Pilar have kids?
Yes.
They still fight.
I
Yes, she
think-
will. If somebody touch her baby, oh, she's fighting. Yeah. You get that you get that abnormal strength when it comes to protecting you young. So I would say the only way Pilar wins is if you had a baby in the ring and then Kenny approached her or something like that, and
Well,
Kennedy looks like she can handle herself.
Kennedy's nice too though, but I can see a mean streak in Kennedy if you push those
Needle her
buttons.
right.
Yeah, you push those buttons. She has that little mean streak in her.
Well, right now the percentage.
But I'm gonna take a guess of what the percentage is.
Okay.
Judging on the public, Pilar has a bigger following, so I'm gonna say just off the following, Pilar probably is ahead 60% to 40%. I'm just taking a guess.
That's a hell of a guess.
What is it?
62% Pilar, 38% Kennedy.
And
Makes sense.
I have nothing in front of me. I'm not looking at anything. As y'all can see, that was just a guess. Just a guess. And so-
Man, Pilar right now in the landslide versus Kennedy. I thought it would have been a lot closer than that.
No, I just
honestly.
told you why. Pilar's bigger on social, and so she's gonna have more people voting for her. I don't know how Art. Go back to me and Art. Where's me and Art?
You and Art are.
I'm already up to 80% now, huh?
Hold on, 77% to 23%.
It's still the same.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. I still can't believe that. I can't believe people really if people walked in the room and they say sit down right here, and if Art wins the fight, then you get $1 million. But if you lose, you drop down into this pit that's 100 feet down to your death. No one will pick Art.
No, they wouldn't. But let me say, because of the big gloves, you wouldn't be able to finish Art off in 3 seconds because they don't hurt as much as the smaller gloves. And they're
What's the
tough.
10? What's the 10?
It's
Have you ever
32 ounce?
listen to me? Have you guys watched Martin?
Yes.
Did you guys see the episode when he fought Thomas Hitman Hearn?
Okay, that's fantasy. That's TV.
No,
Doesn't count.
No. It's not. You guys thinking Art getting in the ring with me? That's fantasy. That's not real life. That would never happen.
Correct.
All right.
And Mark
so,
getting in the ring with Thomas Hearns is not real life.
but that was a charity, so it was just for play.
Okay.
This is for charity, and this is for play. Am I correct?
Yeah, but if you in the ring and somebody's standing in front of you, you're going to try to take them out.
Exactly. So I'm letting you know, how many hits do you think he'll be able to take from you? How many?
I think he'll be able to take at least 5.
What?
Because don't get indignant. Have you ever boxed with the big gloves?
Yes, I have.
I have. They don't hurt.
So
Yeah,
how
you
people get
can-
knocked
you
out?
can- you
With those
can-
10-ounce gloves.
No. We're talking 32 ounce. You're talking about the big gloves.
We're not boxing with the 32 ounce.
No. He said they're using the big gloves.
If y'all boxing, y'all got to use the big gloves. Because
Why?
if y'all use the regular gloves, somebody's gonna really kill him. At least make it somewhat of a fair fight.
Now, if you had the small gloves, yeah, you do it. But the big gloves, you won't be able to. Don't look hurt over there. It's just facts.
Man, we out here talking about we fighting, then they throwing in stipulations, they putting in new rules. If it's a fight, it's a fight. Put the gloves on.
Brother, we don't want anyone to die.
Nobody's gonna die.
Yes, they
If you
will.
hit Art once with the regular gloves, he will die.
Man, Art has a better chance of dying from eating bread.
Now, I disagree with that.
You know, he has a gluten intolerance, so he,
I understand it, but if you had the 10 ounce, Art could die.
Let's get to the next one, man.
I'm gonna give him a headshot, just all body shots.
The next one, this is going to be an interesting one. I don't know if you know him, Terry, but Justin versus Choff.
Now, you got to fill me in.
Is there 2 white guys in the building?
Where's the lie?
Skinny white guys. I'm going with. You know what? I hate to say it. I'm going with Choff.
I'm going Justin.
I'm neutral, man.
Justin has that. He has that long Joker type hairstyle, so he's just a little crazier. So I'm gonna go with Justin.
I would go with Choff only because Choff is, he's at a lot of crazy events, and he's seen some crazy stuff, and Choff is athletic, so I would give him that.
He's a skateboarder. I wouldn't consider that being athletic. But.
Damn, knocking the skateboarders.
If you're confused about people, always go with the dude that's a little bit crazier.
I'm not saying skateboarders aren't athletic. I'm not saying that because that's a skill. Would you consider skateboarding a sport or a skill?
Skill.
Right.
I think it's a sport because you have to be athletic to do some of the things they do, to be real good at it.
Yeah.
To skateboard down the street, no, you don't have to be. But the tricks these guys do, you have to be an athlete. Or young.
Definitely young. Definitely young, because I'm not.
You're not going to see Maz trying to do some flip shit with a skateboard.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. The weight's just going to break
What
the
about
board,
Chop?
or
You
he's going
think
to fall
Chop could
down.
do some tricks like that with a skateboard?
Yeah,
Like flipping and all that in the air?
I've seen him do it.
Good for you.
He posted skateboarding.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one is this one is an interesting one.
I didn't see him flip. I did see him skateboard. I didn't see him flip though.
I swore I saw him flip. Maybe I'm hallucinating.
Yeah. I don't know what you. I mean, he. I'm not saying he can't, but I haven't seen it.
The next one is Nick Leach versus Easy.
We're gonna get our views when we come back from this break. You have a read for us?
No, I believe the Fishman does.
Let's head to the aquarium.
Alrighty, let's have a great day. My bookie. You like my bookie, Joik? You like gambling on some NFL draft? No? Alright, cool. Watching any sport is a hell of a lot more exciting when you've got a stake in the game. Thanks for the yawn, Joik. But regardless in why you play, you need a platform that makes it easy. At my bookie, they make it very easy. Bet on regular season MLB games, NBA player prop bets, and other major events, like the highly anticipated boxing match between MMA veteran Ben Askren and YouTuber Jake Paul. Place a single wager of $20 on the fight and you'll get free $20 bet for UFC 261. If that isn't enough, back the former Olympian's corner and you'll get a 2-to-1 payout with MyBookie odds boost on Ben Askren to win the fight outright. Sign up this week with promo code Woodward to take advantage of an up to $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. That's promo code Woodward to grab yourself a free cash bonus on top of the free bets and boosted odds. Ben Askren and Jake Paul. It's the fight that nobody asked for, but everyone can't stop talking about. And you won't want to miss out on the fight at MyBookie. Bet anytime, anywhere, anytime, anything with MyBookie.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, Bell Soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
Welcome back to the Baligian and Bell Show on the Woodward Sports Network. Corey Woods filling in for Sean Baligian, up here with Terry Foster and Joy Bell. And we were about to wrap up this WSN Fight Night. And the last fight we were on was Nick Leach versus Easy. Now, I'm going to say who I got in this one. I got Easy just off of size. I think that, Nick is a good guy, but he's a frail guy. And I think Easy might, toss him around a little bit.
Nick? You talking about Cool Nick?
Cool Nick.
Cool Breeze?
Yeah.
Cool Breeze got this, man.
You got it?
Easy gonna be tired after a couple swings.
Yes, that's what I.
Easy gonna be tired after a couple swings. No disrespect, Easy. I know you gonna hear Easy.
Easy's got to take him out early, or he won't take him out at all.
Yeah, he got to catch him. You know what I'm saying? It's like George Foreman, versus Muhammad Ali. You just got to move around. You'll get tired. He'll get tired after a bit. Just dance with him.
How long you think this one will go?
Huh?
How long you think that fight will last?
If he catch him early with like a haymaker, he'll probably be down. But Nick probably be too fast, too swift, and he got to catch him. You can see a swing coming from Easy, coming from downtown to Birmingham. big, easy. You know, you looking at the swing. You might be able to get like 3 hits, bop, 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 and then duck. You know, get him with a couple. You see, do you see like the rhythm in these punches? And y'all really think Art can take? You know, we're not gonna go back to that. But I got Cool Breeze.
Well,
who do you guys have?
so far on the poll, it's 72% to 28% easy.
Yeah, because they're looking at pictures. They got to see him in person.
The Easy got to take him out early though.
He got to take him out early. He can't stick around in that ring for no 3 rounds.
Now let's go to the last 2.
I thought that was the last one.
No, I thought it was the last one too, but we got 2 more up here.
So we're not wrapping it up.
We're gonna wrap these up with these last 2 real quick.
Do we have the photos? Do we have the photos of these boxers? I mean, because she got our selfies. Do we have them to post them as we talk about each fighter?
Here's what I want to say. I want to see the photos, and I want to see their guts too.
Yeah. Oh, see, the thing is, they don't show the guts. See,
and then Easy's watching the show, and he sends me a picture of him with some boxing gloves on, like with some MMA. Like, Easy, stop it, bro. Like, you don't have to. Who you?
Is he wearing a hospital gown in that?
I thought it was a muumuu.
It's a white tee with it's a white crew neck white tee with a lazy collar. With the lazy collar,
man,
a little chest hair.
Is he braless in that photo?
Huh?
Is he braless in that photo?
I don't know. I think he has in a mouthpiece or something. I think he just finished working out, but
no. I mean, did he wear a bra?
No
bra. Okay,
no nipples out.
So this stuff is flopping all around.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, we got 2 more. Intern Luke.
There he is.
Intern Luke versus Mike.
And you know, you look at that picture. They got the cutest picture. You know, they got a cute picture of Nick dressed up, and then they got like a hardcore picture of Easy.
Yeah, Easy looks like a hard ass in that photo.
And so of course they got to put like a full body shot of both of them up and call it a boxing match and see what happens. What picture did they have? Hold on, what picture did they have of me or Art for people to look at that picture and be like,
if you see that picture of you and Art, can we get that one up there? Because it's funny. Art looks like a stepdad, and you're on the field.
Art looks like I'm pretty sure his picture might look like, you know, he got his hands in his pockets and just looking at the camera.
It does look like he might have them in there.
But when the light hits Art the right way, he does look like a serial killer. So maybe that's why some people think he's gonna take Joik down.
Not with this picture though.
Let me see.
I need to see the photo.
Picture. We're gonna get that up there in a sec.
Oh my God, he looks like Rachel Maddow.
Man, he look like honestly, he look like Pee Wee Herman. It look like Pee Wee Herman. Come on, stop it. And that's and Kennedy, that's the picture you get. Kennedy, that's the picture you get.
Oh.
Kennedy.
Hey, looking at him. Put the camera on Joik.
So, if for people who don't know, Kennedy's one of the producers here, and I can't believe you picked that pitch out of all pictures. Let's see Pilar Kennedy picture. Let's see those 2. And you should have been calling for these pictures when we were going through. You should have been calling and just have them up there while we kind of, you know.
My bad. I thought they.
That looks like Art's coming out photo or something.
That was Art coming out photo.
That's what it looks like.
And that was WSN supporting him. This is WSN, and we approve of Art coming out. Hey, Art, where you at? Are you still tapped in?
Easy walking in the building.
Oh, he gonna be mad. We're gonna see if he can fight now.
All right, let's go.
And so now, him, you know, that picture just explained everything. That explains everything, Art. Now I see why you're going through what you're going through. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy now. You can be yourself.
Oh God, this is crazy. Let's get on this next one. After on this, we got intern Luke versus Mike.
You know, if you're an intern, you're naturally angrier because you're low on this totem pole, so you got to take somebody out.
You know what? This one is kind of hard for me because Luke is a big, you know, stocky guy. But Mike been working out. So I don't know.
Bring him up.
You got that one up, Adam?
Bring him up.
Adam has that one coming up just right now. Right now, the percentage is 67% Mike and 33% Luke. And we're just waiting on this photo to come up. But yeah, Mike has been telling all of us how he's been working out and hitting the gym. And Luke, Luke is a nice guy, but he's a big guy.
Take your time, Adam. Please. I appreciate it.
No rush.
There you go.
So who y'all got?
Mike. I don't even know who Luke is.
I don't know, man. Mike got some guns, man.
Yeah, I got Mike. Who is Luke?
Luke is one of our newest interns. He helps out with a lot of social media stuff.
Never
Yeah, I
met
talked to Luke Monday.
I can't give a fair. I can't.
You'll see him in the back hallway after the show.
Luke looks too nice. He looks like
Luke-
a brother you want to give a hug to.
No, look like a guy. It looks like a guy you want to go fishing with you because you don't want to take the fish out the hook, so you give it to him so he can do it. He like a guy that's gonna fillet the fish for you because you don't want to do it. He looks like a guy that you take hunting and you have him gut out the deer after you shoot it.
Now we got the last one.
I think it was the last one an hour ago.
I thought, but this is really the last one. You gotta get this photo queued up, Adam.
Good job, Corey. Good job.
I thought they had them all queued up, but here we go. Joey versus Sean. That is the absolute last one.
Okay, fellas, this one is a tough one because both of them are crazy. Sean is beyond his crazy years. He used to be a hellion back in the day.
Listen, I like them both, but I'm going to give it to Joey because of age. That's the only reason. I'm only going to give it to Joey because of his age. He's younger, a little bit more fit. He's been trying to eat healthier. I'm going to give it to Joey.
He eats those coney dogs every Monday, though.
Huh?
He eats coney dogs every Monday, though.
You sure every Monday?
Oh, yeah.
The review.
That's once a week. That's once a week.
But your boy Full Court has the reputation of being an animal.
I believe that. I think what happened, Full Court is still an animal. He's still a little bit off. Sean used to be crazy, and he's trying to transition into fatherhood and being a model citizen. So yeah, probably Joey would take that one.
Yeah, Joey would take that one.
Well, that was the absolute last fight. I would take Joey as well, and I would just off a strict film age.
What's the IG? What's the poll?
The poll is 56% Sean, 44% Joey.
You know what? And people are doing it because Joey is so nice on the air. But like once I always have to tell you, it's the nice ones you have to watch out for.
Joey is a nice person, but Joey is sneaky with his jokes.
Yeah,
like Joey's mischief.
Joey told me, he said, listen, he said, listen, was it? He like, so when you came back from COVID, you were skinny because when you were fat when you left. He said, this is the best I've ever seen you look. I said, it wasn't COVID. I said, it wasn't COVID. I just cut my beard. And so you can see my face now. That's what it is. I said, so my beard made me look fat. Joey's a jerk for people who don't really know Joey. Joey's a jerk. He just sits in the back on the computer and asks you to do stuff all day. Hey, you want to go? Hey, you want to do? Hey, you got time? That's what Joey does.
So does he take Sean down?
Yeah, I have him taking Sean down because, like I told you, because of his age. He got.
How come you're not in this, Corey?
I didn't get selected.
Damn, how could you? I mean, you here?
Hey, let's do a poll with Corey and Fish.
You already know I'm gonna lose that poll.
Hey,
I'm not the favorite.
Hey, come on, let's do a poll right now of Corey and Fish.
All Corey would have to do is touch me and I'd die. Just
I wouldn't punch. I couldn't. Y'all put me against somebody else. I wouldn't punch Fish.
That's exactly why it's a
want to
perfect
hit
match.
Fish?
You said what?
Huh?
Who'd want to hit Fish?
Yeah, I'm like, who?
His face might cave in.
Look. He got his hands raised. Dang.
Oh man.
So
It's nothing but
I was gonna say, if it's anyone, it's him. He's been plotting against me for 2 days.
Man, I told you, no character. No character, man.
But speaking of fighting, Claressa Shields. It's about time. Everybody's been waiting for it, and the moment is finally here. She is about to make her MMA debut. On June 10th, she is going to be going up against, I can't pronounce her name, Elkin? Yeah, Brittany Elkin. And what do you guys think about that? Like, I know you're pretty you have a relationship with her, like, friendship with her. Why
you
you
know,
like this?
you know I do.
I'm just saying, you have a friendship with her. What are you expecting out of this?
Friendship and a relationship are two different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean they both. I mean friendship. I mean it's a relationship. I'm not saying it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship.
No, but if you talk about a relationship, that means y'all are.
No, not by any means.
Okay, then it's a friendship.
But you have a friend. You have a friendship with her.
Yeah, we're just.
You have a friendship with her. What do you expect?
Don't even put that out there, Jerry.
You have a friendship with her. So
come on, Mr. Foster. Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
telling you how people would perceive it, young man.
But yeah, she's
Appreciate
gonna,
that, OG.
She's gonna make her MMA debut at Atlantic City on June 10th. It's gonna be on ESPN Plus.
Going up.
What are you expecting from your friend in our MMA debut?
You know what? I just want all the hard work that she's doing, all the training, all the different techniques and everything that she's learning. I want it all to pay off for her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Regardless of what that is. She has been training and working her butt off consistently. No breaks, no let's go out, let's go travel, let's go be in the mix. Just she had one trip where it was just a mental break, and then she got right back into it. And we all it was after her last fight, and she wanted to take a couple of days off and break.
Mm-hmm.
We were all going to take a trip together. It was her boyfriend, my best friend, his wife, another friend. But they didn't want to go where I wanted to go, so we let them go over there.
Let them go do their thing.
And then but my trip was more so business, and so it was more so like a business trip. And so I couldn't make it there, so I went to my business trip, but I kept in contact with them throughout the whole break, and they had a great time. And then when they left, she got right after it. Like, with barely no time after her last fight, and she started training for this. And I mean, crazy training, like going up into the mountains in the freezing cold and training outside on top of a mountain, like stuff like that for hours. And it's, like, she's mentally one of the toughest athletes I ever been around. Mm-hmm. And the way that her outlook on prepping for a fight is unmatched. It's unmatched. So I'm excited to see what happens.
And what's this other woman's name? Brittany
Elkin.
All right, Brittany Elkin's gonna get her ass kicked. That's what's gonna happen. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't even know who she is. But I know she in for her.
Give us some background on Corey.
I'll give you some background in just one moment. I just want to put out a quote that Claressa said. She said, "I'm very excited to submit my legacy as the greatest woman of all time. I cannot wait to step into the PFL cage for the first time on June 10th and show the world that I never back down from a challenge. I have shown I am the best boxer in the world, and eventually I intend to do the same thing as a mixed martial artist." Elkin, she is 3-6 in her MMA career. That includes Bellator, and she was She said, this is what Elkin said about. This is what Elkin said. This is what Elkin said of Claressa Shields. She said, "I know she is a great boxer, but this is MMA. I plan to show everyone that I am a well-rounded fighter who can compete wherever the fight takes me."
Now, look like in that photo, she already got messed up.
Yeah,
somebody already kicked her ass. So Claressa, man, is no
she
joke.
Was still walking though, so.
We
still
don't know that
because she looked like she's leaning up against something.
She was walking. No, she was walking. Bring that picture back up. She's walking.
Look like one eye shut.
Yeah, one eye shut. Yeah,
one eye shut, and then she got the weirdest looking black eye I've ever seen in life.
Yeah, this probably she had on some eyeshadow.
Yeah, but you got a shot, baby.
I want to see this fight because it's her first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a good opponent to go against, someone that has experience. And all the work that she's put in and the things that I've seen and talked to her about, old girl, she don't have a shot. But this will be a good first fight for her.
Now, when you're in your talks with her, has she just talked about just specifically this?
I'm not going to get into our personal conversation. Just know that much.
I was just trying to see if she had any UFC aspirations. But I do want to ask you this: what sport do you think football players could, transition to? I know that there are some football players who desire playing football and baseball.
It depends.
Or whatever.
I mean, that's a broad accusation for me to kind of answer. I would say this, that the sport that I would probably excel in the most if I left football would probably be baseball. Love baseball, 4 years varsity, wanted to play in college. I went to one band practice, and the head football coach went to the head baseball coach and said, "Hey, man, I heard Drake was at band practice." He said, "Yeah, who told you that?" He said, "Oh, don't worry about that. I just don't want to hear it again." And so the head baseball coach wouldn't let me out for band practice anymore. But it's based like whatever you grew up. Some guys were. I remember Greg Jennings probably could have went to the NBA if he didn't make it to the NFL. I remember him coming to our school, and mind you, we had some dogs on that court. I think this particular year we were ranked #1 in the state. I was a young pup. I think I had to be in junior high, but we had some killers on our varsity boys basketball team, and Greg Jennings came in and did something that had never been done before. He went into halftime, I think, with 12, 14 points, and he finished the game with 54 points. Now,
Hello.
Hey, I'm no lie. He was pulling up from the logo, ended the game with 54 points in the Forum Gym in Ben Harbor, Michigan, and that will go down as probably one of the greatest individual performances of that gym. They still lost, but he played great. They lost, but he played great. And so it just depends on what sport you want to play. So, and you have some guys who, when I trained in LA, you had a lot of guys who, when we'll finish our football training, we go into MMA training. And so we'll train MMA for like another 35 to 45 minutes after our 2-hour workout. And a lot of guys took to that. One guy who took to that was Mercedes Lewis. And I think at one point in time, he talked about going to MMA. Big guy, good technique. Was able to use his legs, great kicks, powerful kicks, and that's a guy like, I won't get in the MMA ring with him. He's too polished, right, to never have fought before. So yeah, it just depends on the player and his preference.
Now, I don't know if you remember this, but the great Johnny Morton went into MMA.
I do remember that. It was brief, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very brief. It didn't work out very well.
Yeah. I don't know.
But from being in the Lions locker room and just talking to dudes, most of them claim they could either hoop or play baseball.
A lot of those guys can hoop. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is every off season, we'll come back for OTAs. And while we're at OTAs, we're like, we gotta have some fun while we're here. So we did a lot of team camaraderie stuff, which is what they don't do now. So I will reach out to the head basketball coach at Wayne State, Coach Greer, and I say, listen, can I get the gym? I want to bring some of the players out. We want to run like some open gym, and so it'll be like 15 to 20 of us, and we'll all go to Wayne State. We'll pull up, we'll go on the game court, and then we'll run pickup games, and we'll be out there for like hours just hooping. Now, some guys could hoop, some guys couldn't. I'll tell you one guy who could hoop. Slay could hoop. I'll give you that. Slay could hoop. Glover Quinn, he could hoop. And you have some guys who can jump out the gym. So, even Slay can jump out the gym a little bit. Real talk.
Yeah, I just want to pull up that Johnny Morton record while you guys were talking, and he was knocked out by Bernard Aka in 38 seconds.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for him.
And on top of that, he tested positive for elevated testosterone levels as well. So, yeah, he got knocked out in 38 seconds and was dirty. So, tough break for Johnny Morton. But,
what was his record, though? What was his record?
0-1. After that, he was done. He came and he went. As I said, it was a brief career. I was just off of looking at, guys like just going off a height, thinking like maybe a Calvin Johnson. I think any player, I just automatically assume any player that's like above 6'4" will be able to translate well into just basketball. I know that's ignorant probably to think about, but I'm just thinking just because of height they'll be able to.
You make a hypothesis right now,
huh?
You making a hypothesis? Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, I just thinking like that, but
I tell you, who wanted Calvin Johnson.
Who?
Emmanuel Stewart.
Really?
He said, I can turn this dude into a boxing champion. Because he's tall, he was 6'4". He had that body of a boxer, the kind of the leaner and muscular. He thinks Manuel Stewart thinks he could have taken guys like Calvin, defensive ends, and turned them to heavyweight champions.
Is there any athlete that you would have loved to see in your time that you've covered this transition to a different sport?
Something else? Hey, you always are curious.
I'm a curious man
about. No, not you. I said you're at me personally. I'm always curious about what would somebody look like in another sport. And the one thing, Red Wings, golfers, those dudes could golf. So I think if you took a guy, Nick Lidstrom, who was with the Wings, I'm trying to think who else could golf. Well, I didn't know others personally, but you go see them at golf outings. These dudes, man, crush the ball, and and they get their little pars, and they get pissed off if they get a bogey and everything. So I'd be curious to see if hockey players could devote full time for 4 or 5 years. How many of them could transition to the PGA Tour?
That's not a bad one. I'm trying to think.
No, it's not. We'll do for another break. But before we go, I want to talk to you about Hall Financial. When was the last time you checked your interest rate? If it's over 3%, then you need to call Hall Financial for a free 5-minute mortgage checkup and tell them Woodward Sports sent you. Hall Financial is fast and they do all of the heavy lifting for you, so go to davidhallmortgage.com. Go now and get started. Why? Because Hall Financial has lower payments, better options, and more personal attention. This is the Baligian Bill Show. Joyke Bill, Terry Foster, Corey Wood. Stay tuned.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We're recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Baligian and Bell Show on the Woodward Sports Network. Corey Woods up here with Terry Foster and Joyke Bell. And, man,
speaking of WSN Fight Night, where we're talking about you versus Fish, me against Art, Terry Foster against Maz versus D-Rock, Adam versus Stick, Kennedy versus Pilar. I'm telling you, I might give it to Pilar, but there was another fight night that happened in Pittsburgh.
I don't even know if we want to call that a fight.
Yeah,
judging by how it looked.
Yeah. So, Aaron Donald, NFL Defensive Player of the Year, back-to-back years, got into an altercation. Can we get some feedback on exactly what took place? So are they still undergoing investigation? Do they know what happened?
They're saying it's still the investigation is still going on, but apparently a man by the name of DeVincent Spriggs, over the weekend, him and Aaron Donald got into a altercation around the around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning on between April 10th and April 11th, and the man, if Adam, if you can go ahead and cue that photo up of Spriggs. Apparently, he suffered injuries to his arm, 16 stitches, a concussion, and it was just
was it self
a broken eye socket. And according to a few stories, now some stuff coming up, Spriggs said he accidentally bumped into Donald at a nightclub over the weekend, and yeah, that's the result right there on the right is
he accidentally
Spriggs
bumped into him.
That's apparently what it said. They accidentally bumped into him, and
he apologized.
Doesn't say they apologized. So according to this, when they got outside, Mr. Aaron Donald approached Spriggs about it, and Spriggs was punched in the text over and over.
Man, there's more to the story than
that.
Yeah, it's definitely more to the story than that. I don't want to comment on this until after I get more information, but there's no way. Right? There's no way a guy's going to bump you in the club, just bump you, and then you're going to go meet him outside because he bumps you. It doesn't work like that. But at the same time, I talked to Sean about this on the show. When Coach Caldwell was the coach here, we'll have this thing called the emphasis tape. And on this emphasis tape, it wouldn't just have players like me or Calvin or Rob Sims or Lou Delmis or it wouldn't have just, it will have things that's going on off the field as well with other people. And so he has this thing called high cost for low living. High cost for low living. You have like 5 things on this list that whenever a person gets in trouble, it's always because of one of these 5 things. Always. One will be women. 2 will be alcohol. 3 will be like substance abuse. Another one would be gambling. And another one would be being out after 2. And actually, I think drinking and drugs, it was domestic violence. That's what it was. It was always one of those 5.
I was going to say women weren't involved.
Huh?
I was going to say women weren't involved.
No, that was the first one I said.
Okay.
That was the first. It was women, being out after 2, substance abuse, domestic violence, and gambling. Usually if a person gets in trouble, it's because one of those 5 things. And when I look at some of the things that goes on with players, when they get in trouble in the media or with the law, it's always because one of these 5 things. Can you guys think of anything? Because what time did that fight happen?
Between 3 and 4 a.m.
What was one of the things? Being out
2 a.m.
Being out after 2 a.m.
Mama always said nothing good happens after 1 a.m.
No, after midnight.
Yeah, so apparently
let it curfew.
Yeah, another curfew.
Yeah. So right now, apparently, Todd Hollis, who was the attorney for Mr. Spriggs, they're trying to press charges, and right now the Pittsburgh DA, they're figuring out whether charges will be warranted. The NFL said that they're looking into the facts of the matter. Facts of the matter.
Yeah,
and,
that's
textbook statement.
Yeah, that's that go-to.
Yeah, you have too much faith in your fellow man.
I don't have faith in that. I say I'm going to wait until facts come out.
But I am saying I have seen dudes bump into somebody accidentally, and then the guy's, he wants an apology, and the dude apologizes. It's not good enough. Now I'm gonna kick your ass.
I never seen that. I haven't seen that. Not with players. Not with players that I play with, or no, I haven't seen that. Now I've seen players. I've seen a guy bump a guy, right, and then you turn around like, bro, you bumped me. And hit, I mean, F you, and then it gets disrespectful, and then it goes from there. But it's not just like I'd bump guys in the club like, my bad, bro, and they'd be like, oh, you good. Or a guy bump me, and he'd be like, my bad, my guy. I'd be like, no, you good. It's a respect thing, all right?
Yeah, you can bump me, but
was he a target? Now, was he a target? Did the guy go bump him on purpose and then talk junk to him to try,
Never know.
It's all this type of stuff that can happen, and I'm speculating right now. I
don't
don't know.
If it's at 3 in the morning, it had to be at the club. What else is open at 3 in the morning?
It was after a club.
It was come on, it's after a club.
Yeah.
So what do you think this is going to mean for Aaron Donald and the Rams upcoming this season?
Nothing.
You don't think he misses any games or anything like that?
Not until the facts come out.
Okay.
Not until the facts come out. We can talk about this when they come back out and say, yes, everything that happens, we took his testimony or we took his. What they do with interrogation, they want to ask you the questions. And, you told us here this happened, and then everything kind of aligns.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need witnesses. Were there people around who saw it? Did he really approach him, or did they just kind of bump into each other again when they got outside the club? Like, what happened? So.
Yeah, they're still gathering facts, but one thing that was just kind of interesting to me, like, how do athletes continue to always? Apparently, Aaron Donald had some of his entourage with them during this incident. I'm wondering, how does over these past couple of weeks with all of these incidents coming up with athletes, how they all manage to still find themselves in these situations?
You never throw the punch. You never throw the punch. You sit back and you just, you walk away. There's no need for that. You work too much money. You got too many people that's relying on you. You got your reputation. You don't even know who this guy is. Everybody know who you are. Everybody knows who you are. So regardless if you feel disrespected or not, just, go to your car, grab your people, head home. Head home. We will wake up in the morning, but if it's 2 or 3 in the morning or 3 and 4 in the morning, you've been drinking, you out. You're not in your right mind. That's why they call it spirits, man. It takes over you. It takes over you. So he probably wasn't thinking right, thinking straight. And when that happens, stuff like this happens.
Now, I was looking at the comments on our social media as well as a few other ones, just seeing what the climate was from fans about the situation. A lot of fans are calling Spriggs a snitch.
Yeah, he is. You don't do that. You know, but you know what? You know, they see this and they see opportunity. You're like, man, you done beat my butt, and you think you ain't gonna pay nothing? You done took my prize, so I can go snitch now. You know, or he might have tested Aaron. You know, he might have tested Aaron because the other offensive lineman got tested and got knocked out at Walmart. You remember that?
I heard that wasn't him though.
No, that wasn't him. It was somebody else.
Yeah, okay,
it was somebody else.
Yes, okay.
So people was probably going around thinking like, yeah, man, I can beat NFL. They can't fight, and they might have tested Aaron, and Aaron was like, nah. He don't represent all of us now. He don't represent all of us.
There are dudes, regular everyday people who like. Okay, I'm gonna jack up this NFL player, show you how tough I am. Not a smart way to go through life, but there's people that do that.
Do what?
So test some. They have to test a pro athlete. I can
But
beat
why?
his ass.
Why? What do you got to prove?
Because
you don't have anything.
It's
to
like
prove.
this: when a person goes to prison, who you gonna fight? The biggest, baddest guy on the yard? Or you gonna go fight a guy like Fish? That's like, who you gonna fight? Which one gonna give you more respect?
The biggest, baddest guy on the yard. But what? I mean,
Right,
but you're not in prison.
Bro, what you?
I'm just trying to figure out what does my man have to prove going up like, oh, I'm gonna whoop Barry Donald ass.
Some people don't need much. They can just go to their kids, their woman, and say, I beat Aaron Donald's ass.
You got it. So real quick. So you know that guy, what's his name, Briggs or Spriggs?
Yeah, DeVince Spriggs.
Yes. And so he probably thought Aaron was gonna be like this guy right here. All right. He might have thought Aaron was gonna be like this guy right here. And this is what happened. Fast forward a little bit, Adam.
Yeah, because this did not end well.
Who is this? This is some dude?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is a guy who I think this.
Damn.
Yeah. And so he must have thought Aaron was going to be like that guy. And then I think this guy had to go to the hospital for a dislocated chin.
So is this a dude just acting a fool in the store? And is this a good Samaritan that beat his ass?
Apparently, it was a good Samaritan that beat his ass.
Yeah. And so I think who is he? What team did this guy play for?
I think they were saying he was a former. I think they thought it was a former Raider.
Was it a former Raider? What was his name?
Looking like, what was that? Brian McKinney?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. I think he played offensive tackle.
Yep.
Play offensive tackle.
Looked like a former Lion to me.
When did he retire? First of all, he ain't no former Lion. We Lions, come on now. One thing we can do, we can fight here. Like that's one thing we can do. Like, stop it now, Terry. Like, you overcooking my grits now.
You overcooking my grits.
2014.
2014. 2014. He ain't played since 2014, so he's out of it. So,
he was like, he looked a little wobbly, man. That was a bad thing. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for Aaron Donald. I think he's going to probably end up having to pay a couple of dollars. I don't think he's going to miss any time.
Donald for him.
That probably settle. Needs him. Probably settle.
Just hope the NFL doesn't try to.
Come on now, when they need you, things kind of get.
Swept under the rug.
Yeah, it gets swept under the rug. They lift the rug up, just sweep it under there. When they need you. Now, when they don't need you, like what's happened with another player. Now,
if he had a torn ACL, then maybe something happened. But NFL needs Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's gonna miss any time. I mean, if they did, I could see maybe one game, but
one game.
Maybe at most one game, depending on what the facts come out. Like if he's self-defense, I see nothing.
It's no games.
Yeah.
All right, it's no games. And then after I win the case, I'm posting on my page like, don't be this guy. You lost. You lost that night or that morning. And you lost in the courtroom.
And you can't see.
And you a snitch.
Right. Yeah, that photo was out there forever now.
And so, come on, bro. Like, I'm just waiting for the facts to come out before I start talking, because one thing I hate for something where this guy was really just being, bumped by mistake and took this L.
I personally don't think that with everything that Aaron Donald has to lose, I don't see he would just fight a guy over a bump. Probably I've done nightlife photography, so I've seen a lot of these situations play out, and it's normally not the bump that does it. It's the bump, and then the guy starts popping off at the mouth throughout the night, and then after the club, where Aaron Donald probably like, all right, what up, and dude got his ass whooped.
Yep.
I think that's more than likely what happened. He kept popping off to Aaron Donald throughout the night or after the club, and then Aaron Donald went over there and
Then when it was just him and Aaron Donald, then he's like backing down. He said, no, brother, you were talking in there. What's up?
What's up? Now we out here.
But the police were reviewing the complaint. Apparently, there's
I'm pretty sure
there's
cameras. I'm pretty sure there's cameras outside of the club.
They're reviewing the footage, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it was really soon. So do we have another break coming up?
Yeah, we have a break right now. Overdue. You have another read for us, though?
Yes, I do. George, you want to learn about good old 8 Mile
vodka?
Yep.
Bring it up. Get me on there real quick with the 8 Mile vodka.
Oh, you look nice next to that bottle.
Yeah.
8 Mile Vodka. It's born in Detroit, George. You know the founders of 8 Mile Vodka? They live right next to Sean's house.
Right next to Sean?
Yep, one of them, I think it's George. Lives next to Sean's house. He's his neighbor.
Georgie, what's up?
It is born in Detroit. It is distilled in single 90-liter batches to allow optimum quality control and care. Then carbon filtered, altered, and bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and a character all of its own. This is an exceptional premium vodka that can be chilled and enjoyed straight or mixed to create an exceptional cocktail. Next time you're out, ask your bartender for an 8 Mile Vodka or pick up a bottle at Meijer. And remember, always, drink responsibly.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Baligian and Bell Show on the Woodward Sports Network. Corey Woods filling in for Sean Baligian, here with Terry Foster and the man, Joik Bell. Let's get into some Tigers talks. The Tigers sweep the Houston Astros. Yesterday they won 6-4. After losing the 3 straight to the Indians, they come back and win 3 straight against the Astros, even it up for the season 6-6. And man, what do you think about that? Right, AJ Hinch going up against his old team and gets the job done with a sweep.
Yeah, but I think emotion has to play in some of this too. Hinch probably told his fellas, hey, this will mean a lot to me, and his team got jacked up. And let's put things in perspective. Half the Houston lineup was out for the game 3. But they still got their asses beaten, the first 2 games and everything. But I think this was emotional. You got me out of here. I still should be managing this team. So we're going to come in and whoop some ass. So that's the way I view it.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah, Michael.
I wonder how Verlander felt playing against his old team. So it was like 1-1. It was 1-1. I remember Sean was upset that we got rid of Verlander, and essentially he felt like we got nothing for Verlander. Do you agree with that?
Sean is upset with Al Avila.
He is, but that the thing that sent him over the top was that Verlander trade, where essentially we got nothing for Verlander, and Verlander goes to the Astros and wins a World Series.
As it stands now, the Tigers haven't gotten enough. And that could play out where they get absolutely nothing. But we need to see how these prospects develop, and there's still time. And I know Sean is upset because he doesn't want people to be patient with the Tigers. So
he doesn't want anyone to be patient with anyone. Sean wants it now. I need it now. Now. That's Sean.
Okay.
So you got to deal with it.
That was Sean right there.
That was Sean.
Here's a quote from.
It's not good enough.
And here's a quote from yesterday from Hinch about the win. We needed a win. You could put any team in the other dugout. We needed some wins, and we wanted to piece them together. But it's natural to have some extra motivation and want to show well, and your team played well. But it didn't matter who it was across the way. So I think he's being a little bit disingenuous right there. I think he definitely wanted to go ahead and kick his old team ass.
If he felt that way, then they would have won it against Cleveland. So I don't want to hear that.
I think a lot of times in sport is just talk.
It is talk.
You know
it's
you
talk.
wanted this bad,
be
and then you got to just say, well, you know, it's good. Any ball club in front of us.
So what did Schwartz say when he came back and then the Bills played the Lions and he won and they carried him off the field? You remember that?
I remember him getting carried up the field.
I don't remember what he said afterwards.
I just know he wanted that win back, and he let it be known. Mm-hmm. He wanted that win.
When you've gone up against any former teams, he had extra. I already know. He had that extra chip.
Oh yeah.
Then why do we get the bullshit that it was just another game? You know.
That's not what I said.
No, I'm just saying. In general, that's
why
what
do
we
athletes
get.
do that? Are you just speaking for yourself?
No, because you don't. Because it's media etiquette. That's basically what it is. You don't want to be that person to talk up, and then you go into, like you already said. Stanley Johnson came here, said he was gonna go crazy and light it up and heat it up, and he didn't. And now we're sitting here saying, well, you came and said you were gonna do this and do that.
No. He said that when he was drafted by the Pistons.
I hear what you're saying.
And he was supposed to do that, and he didn't.
Right, he didn't. So a person's not gonna sit here before the game and say, listen, I want this game bad. I'm bringing it 100%. This is what I'm gonna do. We're not gonna do that before
afterwards. After you came in, you did your business, you got your win, and then I keep hearing, well, it's just another ball game.
Listen, man, listen. When you win, you say little. When you lose, you say less. That's our motto. That's the motto that was instilled in us when we played, because at the end of the day, that one game isn't the goal. Mm-hmm. It was just another hurdle to get to where we're trying to go. And you don't want to put a target that's already on your back bigger. Like, just go out there and play the game. Like, for instance, when who's that DB who changed his profile picture on Twitter from his profile picture to Optimus Prime? Richard Sherman. So we're about to play Seattle, and Richard Sherman knew he had to hold Calvin, and Calvin's Megatron, and so he goes on his Twitter to make this big rant and like these subliminals, right? You call them, and he changes his profile picture for that week to Optimus Prime, and so media catch wind of it, mm-hmm. right? And so the first thing they do, they go right to Calvin, because they want to stir it up. They want to stir it up,
get that going. And
Calvin's not that type of guy. He goes so Calvin, Richard Sherman changed his Twitter profile picture to Optimus Prime. How you feel about that? How you feel about that? And he, that's what he wants to do. I mean, I can't control what he does on his Twitter. I just, that's his Twitter. But how does that make you feel? I mean, I just play, I just play football, and how Calvin's just soft-spoken, humble, the humblest guy you ever meet, man. I mean, great guy to be around, great energy, and you just got some people they just don't do that. Like, you can't, some guys just aren't built that way.
All right, I want to get on you. What is one?
And then the guys that are built that way, they get a bad name.
That is true.
They get a bad name. And so you don't win either way. So what's the point of doing it? All right.
In your return games against a former team, what is one game that you had circled on your calendar like, I can't wait to see them?
It was actually a game I couldn't even play in. I didn't play in.
Wow.
It was a game I didn't play in. I was in New Orleans, and I was in the process of choosing the team, whether I was going to go to the Lions, whether I was going to go to the Vikings or Denver or stay in New Orleans. And New Orleans was like, listen, we can't bring you up, but we really want to keep you on this team. And they had 5 legit good running backs who were even high draft picks or proven vets. They had Pierre Thomas, LaDarren Sproles. They had just drafted Mark Ingram first round. They had Chris Ivory, who was like the starter when he was healthy, and then you had me, and so they were like, "Listen, we don't need." I remember I was sitting in the GM's office with Mickey in New Orleans, and I said, "Listen, you gotta pay me more if you want me to stay." And he looked at me in my eyes and said, "Listen, we don't need 5 good running backs on this team." And that sparked me. I said, "Okay, that's fine." And I immediately called my agent and said, "Tell the Lions I'm on my way." Came to Detroit, and my first game was the Green Bay, and we had already clinched the playoffs here in Detroit. And our first game in the playoffs was against who? New Orleans. I wanted that game, but I was in the playbook every single day, all night. I'm in practice asking questions. I had that game circled. All right, I had it circled. I was in prime condition. I was ready to go, and that game came around, and I was on the sideline in some joggings. And we lost that game. And that was one game that I had circled that I really wanted to play in, but I couldn't.
Damn.
I couldn't. That's one game.
Bummer, man. No, I'm sure you had to be pissed off about that.
Oh, that was one game I wanted. No lie.
Man, that is.
Yep. And then, the other teams that I played on, it was no ill will from Buffalo to Philly to the Colts, back to Philly and to New Orleans. I didn't have any beef with Philly. I didn't have any beef with Indy. None with the Colts. But the way I parted with New Orleans, it was really no beef there, but it was like that fire I had. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll see you. And then didn't play him again until probably 2014, like 3 years later. And by that time, that fire was already gone. You know, it was.
I hear that story so often in the NFL. It's like dudes ask for money, and the manager goes, psh,
yeah,
bye.
Yeah.
And dudes are like,
oh yeah,
all right, I'm gonna get your ass back.
Yeah. So and it worked out. It worked out great. I was able to come back home, on a roster, made a name for myself here, and was able to represent for my city and put on for my city. So everything works out for a reason. Everything
does work out for a reason. You know who else has something working out for them? A guy we just mentioned not so long ago, former Tiger Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
Him, his wife, Kate Upton, and Eva Longoria. Yeah. They are part of making a very, very significant purchase, and we're going to get
Azil too.
Oh yeah, Mizzou. Yeah, them too. Yep. And we're going to get into that in just one moment. And welcome back to the Baligian and Bell Show. Corey Woods up here with Sean. Well, up here with Terry Foster and Joy Bell. And man, talking about former Tiger Justin Verlander, who is now with the Houston Astros. His wife Kate Upton, Eva Longoria, and how do you say that last one? Mazout. Oil.
Yeah, Mesut Ozil.
There we go. You know, I knew Fish will know because he covers everything international.
Fish knows everything.
Anybody that you can't pronounce their name, he knows.
Oh yeah, they are a part of a bid to buy ownership of a Mexican soccer team.
Yep.
You know, you got the 401 on that, Fish. I already know you know it.
I've heard of them before. They're not very good. I think it's Necaxa something.
Necaxa.
So what's the advantage of owning a bad Mexican soccer team?
They're in last place right now.
Well, you know
they
what?
Have,
that's
2
the best
wins,
time to buy it because you have nowhere else to go but up.
2 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses.
Hey, like I said,
right.
Hey, you make your money on you make your money on the buy, not on the sell. Number 1 rule. So it's funny because what were you about to say?
No, I was gonna say this. But as part of the agreement, they're gonna try to get 50% ownership of the team.
Yeah, so it's funny because let me tell you, You guys know who Kate Upton is, correct?
Yeah.
We've heard that name.
You heard that name?
Heard the name.
And you know her from where?
I know her from just, acting in a couple movies and, of course, Verlander's,
All right, Verlander's wife. You know what's funny? Do you know that so Kate Upton is from my area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Ben Harbor. She's from St. Joe. Her family are the people who started Whirlpool. And so they're like billionaires. So a lot of people don't know that. And so Verlander married into money. She bred it.
So I didn't even know
my
that.
son, and I'll give you a perfect example. My son went to Upton Middle School.
Oh.
So do my niece and nephews.
Oh, isn't there Upton? Isn't there Upton Business School or something at Western Michigan, or some Upton, not business, but there's the Upton building at Western Michigan, like they.
It might be, and it would make sense because that's on like our side of the state. But Kalamazoo is mostly Kellogg. It's mostly Kellogg. Like so, I remember I even played at the Kellogg arena when I was in high school. So that's mostly Kellogg. But yeah, funny thing about Kate Upton, so she probably has a lot of guidance when it comes to trying to purchase a team like this. Now, Corey.
Okay.
What football player or athlete in general would you like to see buy or be a part of a purchase of a team?
Easy. A player who I'm not even a fan of. I would love to see LeBron James own a football team. I think it's definitely about time that the NFL has a black football team owner, and I think LeBron James will be the perfect one to do it. Regardless of what you think about LeBron, on the court, off the court, his business savvy is unprecedented. Where everything that he's doing with Spring Hill Studios, Uninterrupted, the I Promise School, everything.
We're
LeBron.
not gonna talk about Uninterrupted.
Huh?
We're not gonna talk about Uninterrupted.
No,
Name the other businesses.
But everything else he's done with all of his platforms, he's excelled well in.
Yeah.
Why does everybody hate LeBron around here?
Well, yeah, I don't understand that. I
hate LeBron in one aspect.
What?
It's all he boils down to the 25 freaking straight points against the Pistons. That's where my LeBron hate stems from. Not from the whole comparing him to Jordan or Kobe and that stuff. It's just as a Pistons fan, when he did that, he just crushed my spirit that year. So that's where it stems from. Outside of that, I mean, I respect his game.
You should be mad at the Pistons for that.
Oh, I was mad at them
for
too.
not adjusting, because he did the same thing. He just took the ball, drove the lane.
I was mad at them too, but I was, it's one of those moments like how Detroit, but the hatred that my father has for Michael Jordan and what he did to the Pistons, that was my moment for me. What LeBron did to the Pistons that year.
All these sad LeBron stories, these hate stories. You gotta respect the GOAT. You gotta love the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT.
I respect the GOAT. I respect Michael Jordan.
LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT. He wins one more. He's the GOAT. We can go here and talk about numbers, but and I'm not taking anything away from Michael Jordan. I grew up in the Michael Jordan era. I'm just a huge LeBron fan and what he's doing off the court. And that's what I'm talking about. When I say the GOAT, I'm not just talking. Like, to be the GOAT, you got to be more than just a basketball player. When I call him a GOAT, I'm talking about even the off the field stuff or off the court things that he's doing, considering all the social impact he's having around the world with this and using this platform to voice what's going on in our communities and what's going on here and doing those type of things. Like, Jordan didn't do any of that. And so when I call LeBron a GOAT, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, you talk about uninterrupted. Do you know where that idea came from?
Educators.
Drop the knowledge.
You talked about Kalamazoo earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I have a close friend from Kalamazoo, and we met at Wayne State my freshman year. We actually played against each other when he was at Kalamazoo on the basketball team. We smoked him every time. And so when I got here, he was my barber. He cut my hair in the dorms. And then eventually he ended up working on a salon that was underneath my dorms, and then eventually became a business partner with the guy who owned it. That guy lost it, and then he came up, raised the funds, and bought it himself, and built it out to this social grooming club. It's right in the heart of Wayne State campus, and he just built another one downtown Detroit.
I know you talking about. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know where you're going with
right.
it. Yeah, I know exactly.
And so what happened was he had a show.
Too.
They call it Shop Talk.
Yep.
And he was going around the country, and he was doing these shop talks where he'll have a high public figure in a certain area come out. It was more so business side.
Mm-hmm.
He'll bring athletes out too, but he was bringing people out from all around, from all aspects of being a professional. And so he got in contact with LeBron's camp. Now, it wasn't LeBron. It was LeBron's camp.
Mm-hmm.
And so they was going back and forth with emails for years, for like 2 years. And he had emails dating back. But the thing is, he didn't make them sign an NDA. He didn't make them sign it. And so they took his idea. The guy stopped contacting him in the emails. And he said he looked up and he saw the show on HBO. And he stopped them. He sent them like a stop in deceased letter. And they ended up going to court. And I think the coach down in Alabama, they tried to do the same thing. And the same cease and desist stop in deceased letter that he sent LeBron's camp is the same letter they sent to Alabama as if they came up with the idea. And so that's how that whole idea got started. And now he went out. He won a pitch deal with Dan Gilbert. Had a thing going on. He won like $250,000. Built his next shop, and in the process of doing like another deal for his shop talk. He even did like the Super Bowl 1 year, teamed up with the NFL. So he's still doing it, but went to court. He actually won the case, won a settlement. And he can never talk about it. But I can talk about it.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I, you know what? Until you started going into it, it didn't kick
and that's
into
the
my
only
brain.
thing. And that's the only thing I don't like. Now I don't even know if I honestly don't even know if LeBron knew what was going on initially, but probably until it got to court.
Yeah.
But still, you got people around you. You can't take people's ideals and then backdoor them. You can't do that.
And the thing is, that was a big thing here. The guy you're talking about, he really did have a lot of people coming through. I actually was at one of those
shop talks.
one of those shop talks, and then he had I think the last one I went to, he had Van Jones there, and that was a really good discussion. And man, till you brought that up,
it was dope. So what we'll have is he'll have shop talk. They'll move, and this is not just like any type of barbershop. This is more of a grooming.
Yeah.
It's more in this. It doesn't look like a barbershop at all. And so what they would do is they'll bring in like these audience chairs, bring you in, and the guy will get a haircut. It can be an athlete. I've done it before, and they even turned it into a TV show to where they had people coming in. They were recording and doing short clips of the show.
Yep.
And so you'll come in, get a haircut, and it's a conversation, and you're kind of. It's like a Q&A at the end, and it was a dope concept that was taken from him.
It was simple and it was dope, and it was definitely taken from him. So yeah,
it was simple and dope.
To your point there, now you asked me, I said him, who would you two like to see own the team? Because I honestly still think I could see you doing something with a team, Joy. I don't know if it would be football or basketball, but I could see you with ownership group.
I wouldn't mind being part owner of the Lions. I wouldn't mind doing that. I would definitely enjoy that actually.
If you have so much money, you wouldn't talk to us anymore.
Huh?
So you'd have so much money if you owned the Lions, you wouldn't talk to us anymore.
No, I would still talk to you guys. Why wouldn't I talk to you guys?
Because you'd be
you know what they
brother.
say. You know what they say. Money don't change you; it changes the people around you. You ever heard that saying?
I've heard that saying. It's not
so
necessarily true.
Sometimes it's definitely true.
But who would you like to see?
I just told you.
Besides yourself?
Somebody that I would trust who was business savvy and was smart and knew the game. So, actually, a guy that was on the show, I would trust him to run the team. Rob Sims. I would say Rob Sims.
Yeah, him and Calvin have they currently have a cannabis business together, right?
Yep. Called Primitive Group. Yep. They're opening up, I think, their first dispensary in Niles, Michigan. I think that's in development right now. They have their grow, I think, out in Weberville. They're growing processing, and they're doing great. I think they're even working on something in Lansing right now. So they're growing. They're growing fast. So they're doing a lot of good things too. To donate money, I think, to Harvard for the study of cannabis to kind of learn more of its, I guess, its healing techniques. And so it's pretty dope, man. They're doing a lot of cool things there. I'm happy for them.
What about you, Terry? Any athlete that you would like to see step up and own the team?
I think it would be very interesting if, like, Barry Sanders bought the Lions, because, you know, obviously the greatest running back in Lions history and perhaps NFL history had the falling out with the team. Then he's back with the team. How would he run the team? And more importantly, how would he treat high-profile athletes who played for the Lions in the coming future? Because one of the knocks on the Lions is they don't have like a business relationship with their top athletes. They just look at them as employees, and that it should be deeper than that. And would Barry treat that differently? So I think that would be interesting.
Oh, you know, that would be interesting. I started thinking about some more players as we were talking. I would like to see Isaiah Thomas possibly be in some type of ownership of the Pistons one day. I think that would be great. First, you know, things didn't go well for him in the CBA, but I think, you know, times have changed, and he could eventually come back and really instill that pride into the franchise, getting it away from Tom Gores. Because I think since he's taken the realm of the team, they're the Pistons, but they're not the Pistons.
Right. And Isaiah would be a risk taker with the Pistons. He's not going to have status quo. He would do things that could work, but they would be what's considered unconventional. I think Troy Weaver, when you look at this town and the way this town is run, is unconventional. But you know what? It's working so far.
It's working so far. So definitely can't get mad at
his direction. And that's one thing I talk about. Like when you have these, when you go into meetings and you walk out of a meeting, you're like, what was that meeting for? All right, why were we there? All right, versus going into a meeting and then coming out and saying, you know what, we got direction now. We know what our purpose is. You could look at some of the teams and the moves that they're making in the front office where you can say, I know where we're going, all right? And some of the moves here are so beyond being able to see right here and they're light years away when you're going to see the results that some people just can't see it. Or the people that really know the game and are kind of sitting back and knowing the new rules that have been put in place and keeping up with everything, when they sit back and look at some of the moves we're making, it makes perfect sense, right? And that's my take on it. So I would love to see Isaiah come in and be partners with like a Troy Weaver, a guy who understands the culture of what we're trying to build here and what's already been built. And so that's why he called it a restore, not a rebuild. Did you hear this? Did you hear his quotes on why he was calling it a restore and not a rebuild? Because I think that was the biggest thing to take away from it before. Because I was like, why do they keep using these different words like retool and restore? And the Lions were using retool and the Pistons were using restore. He said that he's using restore because you can only restore what was once great. The Atlanta Hawks, they can't say they're going to restore the Atlanta Hawks because they were never great. They can't restore the Minnesota Timberwolves because they were never great, but you can restore the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, and plus the fan base doesn't like the word rebuild because they look at rebuild and it's, okay, it's going to be 5 years, 6 years, and it means they're going to suck for the next 2 or 3 years. Yeah. When you use the word restore, you're promising greatness coming down the road. Rebuild is like, okay, we're going to tear it down and we're hoping to get it back. So it's a cosmetic thing, and fans just don't want to hear restore.
They mean the same thing. It's just wordplay.
It works though.
It works.
Sometimes words matter.
It's just like us being in a dark room. We can't see what colors. It's black. or it's dark. It's the same thing. It's black and your hair is dark. You can't see. Restore, rebuild. It's just wordplay. And dealing with people in their psychology, you have to sometimes use different words to get the same meaning out. That's just like getting interrogated and they ask you the same question five different ways.
Well, it's like buying a car. They used to be used cars. Now they call them pre-owned.
Yep.
So
Same
once again,
thing.
it's the same thing, but
different word.
You think you're getting a better deal.
But pre-owned sounds a hell of a lot better than used.
Right.
Restore sounds a hell of a lot better than rebuild. So
I almost had some. I can't say it.
Looking at some of the comments, we got Steve on Facebook comment. Steve Brown said he would like to see Magic become an owner. I thought Magic was already a part of the ownership group of the Dodgers. Did he sell?
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm saying Magic is already an owner.
So you got your wish, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And before he used to have, remember he used to have equity in the Los Angeles Lakers because of his contract.
You know what
correct?
they're interested in? Magic could never admit that he would want to do this, but I think he wouldn't mind having at least part ownership of the Pistons.
I think he would.
Yeah, because he's from here, and
that's true.
He sort of likes the Pistons, you know. Not as much as the Lakers, but
they had some good. They had some good players coming out of high school here too. You remember G. Sutan? Went to MSU. Was played at MSU. Was like a 6'11" center.
Oh, the white guy. He's from a foreign country though. I thought.
He's from. He went to the same high school as Magic Johnson. What was it?
Everett.
Yeah, he went to Everett. Played against him. Actually blocked the shot. I felt great about that.
Damn.
Yeah, I did. They called jump ball. I said, yeah, boy.
So you had to climb.
Good times. I had to climb up there. No, I mean, not really, because he never really jumped, you know. So
6'10".
Yeah, he's 6'10". He don't really have to jump. He could just turn around and just shoot. He still put up 25 points, but still, I blocked the shot. I'm going down the history as blocking G. Sutan shot. So.
Now, one person who did said he wanted to get into the business side of things, he's currently an assistant coach on the L.A. Clippers, former Piston Chauncey Billups.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Chauncey he's a business guy, though. I think he owns like 150 Wendy's. Like, he's doing it's like a crazy number. Like, he's doing like a lot of things, man.
That's on the low tip.
Yeah, he was is mentored or was mentored by Junior Bridgman, who owns probably, I don't know, 300 Wendy's. And so he got Chauncey into the Wendy's business. And Chauncey, man, he knows what to do if he's at the drive-through window. So he knows that business pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, I did not. Now, I was sleeping. I was living under a rock on there. I did not know he owned that many Wendy's.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what else he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, if he owns the land, that's a great real estate play for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's pulling that McDonald move. We're not trying to make the best burger. This is a real estate play.
Man, it's just great to see a lot of former athletes just going around these, investing in more of these businesses. I didn't really, grow up. I didn't really hear about all of these type of investments. Now I know you doing with the crypto, connoisseur.
I've never, honestly, I don't even really talk about what I do on this show.
Yeah, you don't.
Fuck, not really ever. But soon enough.
Soon.
But you know what's refreshing? Back in the day when I covered a lot, it's like, hey, here's this athlete. He made millions of dollars, and then you write a story on him later. It's like he's broke. What happened? So now I think you're getting smarter athletes, or at least they have business partners. They're partnered with better people.
Yeah, that's
and
what
they
it
have
is.
better knowledge, and so they're able to make something of themselves. And I think we're going to see more athletes
doing that.
At least be corners of teams.
The thing is, now this is the only thing though. So you know how competitive athletes are, and so this is one thing that I saw in my own eyes is that sometimes when we take that same competitiveness kind of to like the business world, which is great because that's how we got to where we are, right? But it's times to where you have a guy. I will give a perfect example. A guy like Magic Johnson who wanted to buy the radio station, and he went to like 10 teammates and said, we all put in $100,000. We buy it for 1.1, and we sell it in 3 to 5 years, and we'll make whatever, we'll make blank X. And so 0 people invest with him. He bought it himself, and in 2.5 years, he flipped it for like 5.7 mil by himself. And then once he started to make all these deals, now all his teammates wanted to come back in. But now he's at a point now like,
I'm straight.
It's too late.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late. And so it's good and bad, right? That, you know, we have that competitive nature, but, you know, you always have people, you know, I got my guys. I'm like, well, let's get your guys, I get my guys. Let's bring it together and let's figure something out to where we can, because we have so much money that we can do our own projects. We can do our own developments. We can start our own businesses together, and we can grow it together. I mean, as a group, because you got to think we have all this money coming in. We can all just put in $100,000 and decide on what we want to do or invest in the company. It's kind of something similar to what Rob Sims and Calvin did with the Locker Room Consultant. It's basically what they did. Just a bunch of players pulling their money together to go invest in whatever they want to invest in. But as players, we want to be competitive and we want to do it on our own and not want to work with other guys. And I kind of noticed that when playing. And so whenever my business partner, who is also went to school with me at Wayne State, he was like, Joy, why would you talk to your teammates? See your team. I said, bro, no. Let's just do it. And then once they see our success, then they'll ask, you know, we'll get their attention and they'll want to come around and ask, like, what are you guys doing? And then we'll go from there. That's the best way to do it. Is just to go out there and do it on your own first.
You know what Rob Sims thought about doing before he got into the cannabis business? You ever heard of Blaze Pizza?
Yeah.
Another LeBron entity.
He thought about investing in that because he used to take his kids to the Blaze Pizza in Novi and they loved it. And he used to go there frequent and he thought about buying one or something, but didn't do it.
Blaze is actually not half bad.
It's good. No, Blaze Pizza. I know some people used to call it Blase. Blase Pizza, and then you have like Mod Pizza, like kind of similar. Yeah. Blase Pizza.
Stick that sucker in the oven for 90 seconds.
Anyway, we got to take another break. This is Baligian the Bell Show. Stay tuned. We got some more topics we want to hit on before we slide up out of here. Take us a break.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
Welcome back. This is the Baligian the Bell Show. Corey was up here.
I love your energy when we come back from break. I love it.
Oh my God.
This is the Baligian the Bell Show. We come back from break and
you missed the chill, man.
I'm chill. All right. Let me redo it. Welcome back. This is the Baligian and Bell Show. Corey was up here with Terry Foster.
We didn't say it sound like a white dude, man. Just be yourself.
Oh my God, just be yourself.
Hey, that's what he was insinuating. He wanted me to up there a little bit.
What does Sean do when he does his radio weather thing in the morning?
Hello, welcome. This is the Baligian and Bell Show.
Hello, hey, it's 90 degrees outside.
Aboard.
I love it, man.
So if you guys missed our discussion, we were talking about athletes you would like to see own teams. I said LeBron. Terry Foster said Barry Sanders. Joy Bell said, who'd you say again, Joy?
Himself.
Himself. I thought I threw that out there, that he would be that. I thought he would be a good owner, but we got one person who said Magic, who's already an owner as it is. So my thing, what you say?
He said, hold on, this is just to go back earlier. This is kind of funny. He said, you guys be careful with Terry. He knocked out Rob Park. You want to tell us about that?
We're about to bring your story up again.
Rob
did start it.
He started. Now, here's what happened.
It was a real fight?
Yeah, it was a real fight. Charity. We had the big boxing gloves.
Okay.
So they had a fight night. They used to have fight night at the Palace.
Yep.
So they wanted to have a charity event. Wanted to pit Rob against me because we were both columnists at the time. So we agreed to do it. So they put these huge gloves on you, and they're so big that you have to grab hold of something in the middle. So we got taped up and everything, and Michael Moore was the guest referee. I think I had Emmanuel Stewart in my corner, and Rob had another trainer in his corner. So we started rumbling. So I hit him a few times. I knocked his head protection off, wobbled them legs, got him against the ropes. He hit me a couple times, but I beat that ass. So after the second round, Manuel Stewart says, all right, you proved your point. Just, you don't have to do anything this round. So I just kind of was even with him in the third round, just kind of chilling a little bit. And then and this fool, as soon as it was over, he was like, man, T, wait until you read my column in the morning. You're going to love it. I'm like, what? Said you got your ass beat? Nah, this fool said he got robbed and how it was a sham. The
Yeah,
the officials were a sham and all this stuff.
Yeah, I told you I went to he flew into town a couple of weeks ago, and I went to go hang out with him and a couple other writers, and he said that talking about you brought up Woodward Sports, and he brought you up. He said Terry Foster was a part of the first time I ever got robbed in the city of Detroit. Ask him about it. And he said we had a boxing match, and he'll say what he got to say, but I felt I won and I got robbed.
Nah, man, I wish somebody had the video of that.
Nobody, y'all didn't record it? It was a celebrity.
Dude, I was fighting, man. What am I going to do, hold the camera?
No, you saying you're doing a charity fight. Nobody recorded a charity fight?
No, they did. We have to just find it. That whole event was recorded.
Then how hard is for you, Terry, to get a recording? How hard is it?
Must be hard because I don't have it. I bet you.
Now, I will say this.
They probably got it with the cameras out there. They probably got it.
I'm going to be honest. That Pistons tape library is intimidating because I used to have to log some of those games, and it's a lot. It's like almost three different. What was it, the Palace? It was like 3 different rooms just full of tapes. It's the main. It was the room on the main floor, like in the basement, and then you have to go. You take the elevator up to like I think it's like the 6th, 7th floor, and it's a whole different library full of like stuff from like I want to say like 80s and 90s, just specifically there in that area.
That's probably true because I asked somebody from the Pistons could they find the tape, and he said he couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's like 3 different tape libraries. So I don't know. So now that they have the LCA, I don't know where those tapes might have went or anything like that. But yeah, they have it. It's just buried under a whole bunch of stuff. What did they have? Like, who was like recording back then? Was like Fox or Sports or
it was Pass.
Pass.
Mm-hmm. Which turned into Fox, which now is Bally's and probably something else in 10 years.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll ask around some friends see if I can get that footage. Anybody who may be working in the tape library credit.
When was this fight?
This had to be.
Dang, was that long ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
Didn't you say it was like in the 90s?
It was in the 90s.
No. Oh God, this guy. I'm thinking it's like
I can't help when I.
This tape is definitely on VHS.
Huh?
That's why they don't got it. They threw out all VCRs and they don't got no more VCRs.
Somebody's got it. If somebody's got the fight between me and Rob, I'll pay you for it.
Man, go on YouTube. If it's not on YouTube, it's a wrap. Them tapes are gone.
We may not have the fight of you versus Rob, but we can definitely get that footage of you versus Maz. I'll make sure that I will make sure that if we don't have any cameras out there, I will make sure I personally have 2 of my cameras out there recording.
Listen, Fish.
We can put that at Ford Field. You want to go to Ford Field?
Sure, why not?
You get the venue. You want to go Ford Field or Big House? You want to go Big House? 100,000?
You get more people. You get more people at the Big House though. You shot at the Big House.
That's true, but I'd rather be inside.
Okay.
Well, Ford Field, you don't want to do the. We can't say
work up a ladder.
The dumble and the fumble. Can we say that, or I have to like?
No, you can say it.
Oh, the Rumble in the Jungle. You don't want to do that?
No, but you know what? I'm all about promoting downtown. So if
I'm all for that.
If I'm gonna fight Maz,
I'm all for that.
I want downtown to be crowded, all the COVID to be done, the restaurants to be.
I don't think too many people gonna come see that fight, but cool.
So you versus Maz at LCA.
I don't think too many people gonna come to that fight.
Corey, put that at Ford Field.
No, we'd have to have it at the Mathau building.
All right, there it is.
Because that's smaller.
We'll have it on the Heart of Wayne State campus. But hey, that is it for the Baligian and Bell show today. Thanks again for dropping by as always.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. Always great to have you on the show.
And
Thank
Joy,
you.
You know, glad you're doing well. I mean, I guess Joy said
Yeah,
you lost
like
weight.
50
You
pounds,
lost like
man.
50
You shaved
pounds,
that beard.
I know I lost like 50 pounds while I shaved the beard. You know what though? Speaking of shaving, I'm gonna connect you with Bass. You can go get yourself taken care of. You can stop wearing hats like me.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, you guys have a great afternoon, and we'll check you out tomorrow.
Gang, gang.
Be good.